Hi guys, welcome to another Fast Panda Live. You have myself, Storm Shroud. We have Claw.
Hey,
And we have Ogre.
Hello.
could you please know that I've turned off my sound so I'm not getting the start of thing feedback?
Now, I think my sound's on off as well.
It's the first time I remembered it.
I am very
like-
impressed.
How many weeks has it taken us to get that sorted?
I still can't remember. I can't remember to do booty on Ada, but I can. I've just started realizing.
Okay, so as per normal, we're going to witter and ramble about Infinity and the news and studio updates and stuff that we've had in the last couple of weeks. There's not been a huge amount, but there is a few bits and pieces going on. If you're in the chat, give us a hi. Tell us where you're from. Ask us any questions that you might have. Did I miss anything, Claw?
No, I think so. I think you've got everything. Yeah, give us a shout out in the chat. I can instantly see the members because they're kind of like showing up, and that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Thank you, members.
There's green.
Yeah, no
Green
green.
in the chat.
Hello, that's awesome.
That is good.
Yeah. Yeah, give us a shout out if you are not a member, because somebody called Fast Panda Ogre, he's not a member.
I've no idea who that is.
No.
Doesn't sound trustworthy though.
Yeah, awesome. I will give you a heads up in a second once we've kind of got stuck in.
Okay.
What?
Go on, Ogre. Sorry.
What are we talking about first?
I was going to start with the pictures we've got of the stuff that's
Okay.
coming out in December.
Because I've just seen what the first picture is.
Well, that's why
And-
I'll let you talk about it first then. So in December, we know we're getting the Combined Army Reinforcement Pack Alpha. 6 lovely insecty extra.
Lovely. Where's
I maybe say so. Ogre, what do you think about these?
Yeah. Well, let's start by saying
Brace yourself.
in our in our little chat group that some of you are now joining, somebody put, "For the love of God, don't let Ogre zoom in on the new pictures." Oh dear, the highlighting. I can't deal with it. I don't know what's going on.
Do you know the one in the bottom
edge
left?
highlighting.
Yeah, the one in the bottom left, the barrels on the one in the bottom left hand corner. It's just amazing.
It's like if you look back to some of the painting that Angel did, and the edge highlighting is the worst. To me, is one of the worst things. It's like it was fine, it was nice, there was gradients to it, and this again is like somebody with a crayon has had a go at the edge of these guns, and it's and then it kind of completely distracted me about whether they're actually any good as models. I just couldn't. I had to go to click off.
Okay.
Before I get. However,
Okay.
I will say, in the brief view that I saw, I don't think I'll be getting these. To be honest, it's just not my thing. I even wandered into Claw's massive hatred of the people with the strange pointy heads.
Can't help me.
Just yeah, I don't know. Just not my thing. I don't have the no. And those are my thoughts.
They're your thoughts.
Thank you.
Largely negative, I would say.
The painting upsets me so much. I really struggle to then look at the model.
I was getting
But
that.
no, not for me. Not for me. These.
Okay, Claw.
I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring an alien race in that's not kind of like torso size, and the limbs are robotic on top. And I kind of like that. It's the horns on top, and I know what they're trying to do. They kind of like, well, in bugs in nature get these kind of shapes on the heads, and the more important ones gets like a double one, and the lesser ones have a single one, and that kind of thing. It just looks awful. It just looks like can opener heads. I just don't know. Yeah, I think if they had a different head, that'd be better.
Different head, different arms, different legs.
The arms and legs and things like that, it's different head. But the thing is, if you put like a normal head without the horns on it, they probably just look like Nox or Shazvasti in general. So I can see what they're trying to do. It's just they failed. Um, it's a 1 to 5 scale, on 5 being you'd buy it even if it's not your army, and 1 being
even if it's the best profile in the world, you're not buying it. That's a 1, isn't it?
It's a 1 or 2. But yeah, I don't like them, especially the guy in the center. The double horn one is the worst.
Surrounded by the others to make
the others are better. The others are definitely better. It's just that 2-horned fellow in the center that really upsets me. Yeah, I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring in another race, but they look too much like Shazvasti. From the neck down, they look too much Shazvasti-ish. Perhaps it's the silhouette they're trying to go for the whole combined army type thing. But, yeah, if you're going to have a different race, one with wings and stuff, then go for it. But it's for me. Sculptures are not. I'm not a fan. Not a fan, and the painting. Well, I'm now studio quality. Yeah. My painting is now studio quality.
There you go.
The comments, let's hear your comments about it in the chat.
They haven't been shy. I've glanced across a couple of times.
Yeah, there's a few in there. There's a few in there already.
I'm not going to talk about the paint jobs. I am a well below average painter, so I still would struggle probably to achieve things that look like that. So I'm going to not touch the painting with a long pole.
They've put a lot of effort into it. To put that thick line around everything.
They've sharpened the crayons. Haven't they? They've sharpened the crowns for these.
The sculpts themselves, I do think they look very sort of Shazvasti, very construct, Unidroni, very very combined army that aren't Morat.
Yeah, it's that kind of silhouette. I get that.
I wish they looked a bit more buggy.
Yeah.
For me, there's not enough insecty, chitteny stuff. They look like they're wearing armor, which to me doesn't sort of sell them.
They bring their own armor
with the extra rule where they're supposed to have this hard chitinous scale, which is why you can't heal them. They pass straight to dead because they bleed out. I'd rather have seen more buggy carapace on them, personally. But I quite like some of the sculpts in there. I think the two, what are supposed to be void operators with the wings, I quite like those. I think they look quite good sculpts. The other 4, apart from the one in the middle, who has obviously got the 2-horn head, I struggle to remember which one's which. I know 2 of them are something. I think the third one's a vector.
Wheels.
But at the moment I can't remember which ones are which. But I do like the ones with the wings. I do think they're quite cool. It's a shame we don't get them in outside of reinforcements as combat jump options, because I do quite like those.
Yeah. Maybe we will eventually.
Maybe we will. Okay, so
I think the other thing about the reinforcements, though, is these are, if you're playing combined of any description, even like Morats, these are your reinforcements, which upsets me because I don't want them to be. I want other options. I want Morat options, but I'm upset that these are the only reinforcements that there are.
You want angry jump monkeys?
I do. That would be very nice. Just I don't want, strangely pointy-headed, insecty things.
We're getting messages that you're quiet, Storm.
I'm quiet. I'll try speaking up because my volumes are all maxed out.
Okay. One of our members had just said it might be just a bit of Storm's audio, but it's all over the place in terms of volume. You're very quiet now. You're okay across this stream to us, but
yeah, I can hear him okay.
Well, if you can't hear me, you're not missing out on a great deal. Let's be honest.
Oh. So should we catch up with the chat first before we move on to the next?
Yeah, well, you play with your volume, and then we'll.
We can do that.
Okay, Jerome Shumboot says hello all. He's a member. Steve Cooper, hey John. He's another member from a long time ago. Evening chaps. Ralph, hi folks. Hope we all doing well. Yet another member. Nicola, hello. Hello from Serbia. Hello again, Serbia. Nice to have you with us. Nunky Butts, another member. Evening all. Mr. Hendo P, Paul. Good evening. Another member. And we are. Jerome says he's making a tower list. More ha ha ha. Yeah, bad man. T Nexus.
Is he the one that bought all the Toha stuff,
Yeah,
and then the spiral core, and then all the other stuff that we've been.
But given that Question only bought the Toha to upset one player in his local group, the rest of us are fine because he's only going to play them against that guy. I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Fantastic. It was accidental, wasn't it? Accidental.
T-Nexus 13 evening, currently bunkered down in windy Blackpool. Is it windy at our end?
Oh, it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
It's blowing.
There's been wheelie bins flying up and down the streets and stuff around by me.
It's blowing a gale up
Really
here as
bad.
well. It's because you're down in a valley.
Yeah. Okay, and John Sellers, hello from USA. Hello, John. That's a name I've not recognised for a while. Nice to have you along. I appreciate it. Ralph says, my question, why did I lose with my Aleph against Varuna last game? What idea? Poor choices.
A cutter?
Oh, don't start me on cutters.
Too soon.
Mention the cutter.
Too soon. Tune in a couple of weeks' time and you'll know all about that one.
Yeah.
Crouching Otter. Hi, Crouching Otter. Good evening, guys, from the darkest Leeds. Nice to have you along, Crouching Otter. Steve says, nothing like a bunch of members to make your night. I know. It really is appreciated. All those who have become members, it's appreciated. I think we're up to like £6.73, which is awesome. And as soon as we start getting a pot together, we can do the raffles and all that kind of stuff.
A small bag of chips.
It's for the community, and it's great to have more people on the Discord and that kind of thing, and chatting and getting away. So that's great. Nick Hod Miniatures. Hi all. It's another name I've not seen before. Great to have you along. Phil Davidson. Hi all. Yeah, another member. Great to have you. Crouching Otter. Currently making 100 points list in various factions to work out what army I'd like to start an escalation campaign with.
Oh, good question.
Oh, yeah, that's currently making 100 points. If we were doing a 100-point list, what would we start with?
I
think we are doing it. We are going to be doing it next year again, aren't we? Because we're doing the.
I have been asked a couple of times if we're doing the Tale of Four Pandas again.
Yeah, we'll be doing that next year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out to the members to see who they'd like me to play.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I thought you decided you were playing Ariadne.
Well, Ariadne is going to be on the list. O12 is going to be on the list.
No, don't start O12, because if you start O12, well, we have to talk you out of selling me that Zeta you've got.
I'm not giving you that
He
way.
was very pleased with himself with that, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think low point is hack is good at low points, isn't it? And yeah, Ariadne's good at low points.
Because you can have 50 models at low.
Yeah, exactly. What's rubbish at low points? Probably
Aleph.
Aleph's
not great.
Combined army isn't good, is it?
Morats would struggle at 100 points.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that much.
But if you're building for an escalation league, you should pick the faction that probably appeals to you most aesthetically.
And don't worry about the low points as much.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Once you get to about a nice 200-point list, is kind of where things start coming to their own, isn't it? I think even out a little bit.
Okay, so Dan Fock, you are a new member, which is absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, Jerome Schroomberger was a new member as well earlier, so thank you.
It was about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Steve Cooper, aren't those paint jobs nice?
Oh, I think it was Steve that mentioned it first in the chat, wasn't it?
It was Steve's comment, for the love of God, don't let you see them.
Oh dear.
Dan Fox says, hello from Seattle.
Tried.
I see you have membership now. Very cool. Yeah, thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Jerome says, Crouching Otter, what's your preferred play style for the 100-point list that he's putting together? I suppose that does matter if you're an aggressive or you're sneaky or you're hacking. I suppose it does matter.
Oh, you like cutters?
Yeah. No, if you like cutters. I like cutters. T-Nexus 13. No one here seems bothered about playing reinforcements, so they're a low priority for my Shazvasti.
Yeah, I think let's go with lack of enthusiasm for reinforcements is going to impact sales of all these packs.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't go too far.
Which is probably going to in turn impact how much they want to put in reinforcement. It becomes a bit of a feedback loop.
Maybe when they're all out, it'll be better.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Coaching Otter says, I'm with Ogre. The super white highlights are too distracting. It's not just the weapons, it's everything. Yeah, it is. It's those purple bits and yeah, it's just yeah, it's just.
I just don't get it. It's like, I don't know. I was doing some painting of the. It's just, I don't know. I don't know whether they've said, Corvus have said, oh, make sure the edge highlights are really bright or something. But I don't know. Don't know what's going.
Jerry Dewar says, yeah, the paint jobs this month are just blindingly bad. The Fiddler just got fiddled. Next time, we will see her shortly. Nunkimut says, would be nice to see the bugs regular 300 point list with some funky hive skill to add some excitement for a new rebooted race. A hive.
Absolutely.
How would that work?
You'd have like the queen, perhaps.
Everything within so many inches of this gets a bonus or something.
Probably just get more access to different fire teams, or more access to fire teams. So maybe 3 Harrys or no cores or something. Lots of little clusters. Maybe something similar to Toha, but maybe less annoying.
Or maybe they still phalanx thing where you can get as many cores as you want as long as they're only 4. Maybe.
I thought that was like the Model T Ford. You can have any colour you like as long as it's black. But sorry, I keep distracting you.
He did. Coach Agota says the new Nomad Prowler is painted nice, but also suffers from the black gun with the pure white edge highlights on every single panel. Bring back Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Endo P says the full extra with 2 Icadrons list is coming soon. Icadrons. I hate Icadrons. Especially Paul's. Nicola Ristic says, any insight why reinforcement profiles are not available for regular army list?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. I think they've largely kept them separate to try and encourage people to want to play with the new profiles. That's my theory. I have no insider knowledge, though.
No. I think they want to wait till there's more released, and then they may bring them all in together. Maybe. Kind of. But like I say, if the new models come out and they're only available as reinforcements and people want to use them, then they'll play reinforcements more. Maybe if they're in the normal list, people won't bother with the reinforcements. But
this isn't the first time they've done this. So the Bakunin stuff, a lot of the stuff that came in the Bakunin reboot box set isn't available outside of Bakunin, or is available outside of Bakunin, but it's a less optimal choice. For example, Reverend Moira can't take them out. So you can take them outside of Bakunin, but they're subject to frenzy. Do you really want a sniper who's going to shoot someone in the head and then forget all about cover and go charging across the board? It seems suboptimal. So it's not. I think they're trying to maybe put more models into sectorials or into places where you can only get them in one place. I'm not entirely sure, but they do seem to be heading that way at the moment.
Personally, I think when they feel that they're not selling any of these box sets for reinforcements, they'll just change the app because everything's free and they do that. Okay, so Jordan says the Nomad's reinforcement models are so gorgeous. I always have troubles with not playing Nomads, and I know they make it even harder.
Come, join us on the mothership. It's good on here. We have lots of cats.
You are a bit of a fan of Nomads, aren't you?
I am.
Okay. Ralph said Storm Shroud's got it, Akuta, and poor choices. Jing is brilliant. This is Nicola. Brilliant at low points, makes good profiles. I also took Tungusta's surprise at low profiles. Long live the Puppet Master.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Senor Bermudez, hi from Spain. I hope I haven't crucified your name. Your new name. I'm glad you're here along. I appreciate it. Jerome, the question. I know. Easier to use my nickname. Thank you. Spec O Spud Hi all. Do you know why I was late here, you two? It's because I was dropping Spud off at his house, and then I had to get all the way from his house back here. That's why I lost it. Cheers for that, Tom. He also did say he'll come on the channel.
So you're now saying it live, so that
it's live now.
He can't back out.
Yeah,
he can't back out now.
It has to happen. Cheers, Dan. Ralph, got to go. Have a great chat. Cheers for joining us anyway, Ralph. And Spud says Angel number 1. Yeah, he is. Angel will always be number 1. Okay, so that's the end of the chat. We're caught up.
So the next picture we have is for some more combined army reinforcements, the beta pack, which contains a Umbra Legate, a really old sculpt of the Umbra Legate. Still looks really good.
Painted by Angel.
Yeah.
Enough, I think.
Another sculpt for Kodali, and Nexus Operative. Is that the right? That's the right profile, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
What do we think of these?
With the very sticky outline. Well, we've seen these before. I like all of them, to be honest.
I own 2 out of the 3. The one I don't own is the Kodali. I already have 2 Kodali sculpts. I don't really need a third.
I think that's my favourite Kodali sculpt.
But that one is my favourite Kodali sculpt. It's the one I don't own.
Yeah.
I think that was in one of the. Was it in the last pack of models for the graphic novel?
No, because I've got those, and she's not in there.
Oh, well, in that case, it's completely normal. I thought she was in the Betrayal one for some reason.
She was, but it was a different sculpt.
Come on, comment.
Right.
Where did that sculpt first appear?
I think that was the individual blister for her.
All right.
The more recent one. I could be wrong, though.
Okay.
But no,
these are much better. Nicely painted. Like them a lot.
The Umbras are nice. The sculpt for the Umbra, all the Umbra sculpts are so nice.
That was one of the models that first got me doing Combined Army, because it was when they did the re-release of the Combined Army starter pack. It was the 3 Unidrons, the Markrep, and the Fractor. And that Umbra sculpt is still great. I love it. It just looks menacing. It really looks like it doesn't want to do anything nice to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is the Nomad Reinforcement Pack Alpha with the 2 Mars Spiders, the Prowler, the 2 Kurlaks, and a Rounder.
Yeah. These are terrible, aren't they?
What's the sculpts or the paint jobs? What are we complaining about first?
No, I'm not complaining about anything. I was being sarcastic.
The sculpts are lovely.
They are. This is a great little box, isn't it? This is brilliant.
I've seen the other picture with them all separate, and that kind of looks really good. The spiders. I want spiders. I want Mars spiders because they're just cool. If you're going rule of thumb, you're getting Mars spiders, aren't you?
Oh, the Mars spiders are great. I love them. I think the sculpts look fantastic. They look just like I expected them to look. A strong dose of Iron Spider in there. But no, I like this box set entirely. I think the Mars spiders are great. I like the new sculpt they've got for the Prowler. The Rounder I loved from the concept art. The Kurlaks fit in with everything else really nicely. I have told Santa that I'd like some of these, please.
Yeah, they are. They are lovely.
This is December, isn't it, though?
This is December.
Santa might struggle, might he, to get them,
He might. He might, but I'll take an IOU.
Okay. That's good. I like these a lot. They're really, really nice. What's the guy at the front? What's his profile?
The guy at the front. Very front is a Kurlak. His exact profile, off the top of my head, I don't know. But I do have Army open on my other monitor, so give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Right. Well, we can catch up. Kodali was in the Code 1 expansion box. That Kodali. And that's from Steve Cooper. Legend. Steve Hansen, yeah, the Nokias with the and Victor Messier. Oh, they were lovely.
That'd be why I didn't get that then, because I already had a Nokia and I already had a Kodali.
Yeah.
And I already had a Victor Messer, so that's why I ignored that box.
And the question, yeah, doesn't matter. Right. So, have you got the profile?
I have got the profile up. So the Kulak payback unit, it's a decent profile. 4/4, close combat 18, ballistic skill 30, which is good for nomads. It's really good for nomads. Physique is unimpressive at 11, whip 13, 2 armor, 3 BTS, 1 wound, silhouette 2. Every profile gets ballistic skill attack, shock, immunity to shock, -3 mimetism, is religious, and has terrain total. I think that profile is going to be the combi rifle profile, or is it the hacker with a submachine gun? It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's got its handouts. Yeah, it's a hacker with a submachine gun, isn't it?
And the other one's got missile launcher, rocket launcher thing.
Yeah.
That's the heavy rocket launcher variant. The other one.
What kind of bracket point wise are we talking? Are we talking 20s, 30s, 40s?
Between 22 and 29.
Oh, that's not bad then, is it?
No, not at all. They're very tasty.
Yeah.
And they're not the only Nomad reinforcements we're getting in December. There is a.
Oh, nice link. Nicely done.
It's almost like I've been practicing. There is a reinforcement pack beta which contains Raoul Spectre, an actual Spectre, and Yelena Kovac.
If only her name linked with them as well.
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't think of anything quickly enough.
I've never understood Raoul Spectre's outfit.
The parachute pants.
Yeah. I feel like he's turned up in his pajamas. So he's got like a onesie on.
He does have some cool background though. I do like his background.
Oh yeah, I like the rules and everything. It just I don't know, the trousers.
He is a bit MC Hammer, isn't he?
He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
But he does. I understand what Ogre means. I get MC Hammer vibes every time I look at him, with the pants.
There are worse. You look at the Japanese.
But no, I think these three are nice. If I didn't already own them all.
I do. I like all these. The lady at the back, whose name I can't remember,
Yelena,
is one of my favourite Nomad models. Full stop.
Yeah,
that's lovely. Yeah.
yeah,
Really,
she's
really
really
like
nice. She came originally in a Dire Foes box with
Right.
Richard Quinn.
Ah, yeah.
The old Dickie Quinn.
Yeah. Oh, Dickie.
But I think they're nice. I think the profiles are good. Yelena now gets tactical awareness at 20 points, so in Tunguska she's great. Moving on to some more reinforcements. We have the Jing reinforcement pack beta, which contains Crit Cockram, the Zuyong with HMG, and I can't remember the other woman's name. Is it Tai Sheng?
Something like that. It is the specialist. It's the character invincible Zuyong.
Claw, I'm relying on you. You are our chief expert on everything Yu
I've
Jing.
not painted her. She's over there. She's in the packet over there. I've not got around to painting her yet.
I mean, if you blame things you've not painted, we could be here all night.
That's when I actually look at things and actually and study them. You know what?
Oh, he's off. He's gone.
We've upset
While
him.
he's gone, and he's not listening, this is one of the best Eugene pack, like 3 models. I like these. Mr. Crit. Crit Cockram.
It is. It is.
That is one of my favourite Eugene models. However, if he comes back and listens, I will deny that I ever said I liked any Eugene models whatsoever.
You clearly haven't faced him a lot. He's very annoying.
Oh no, he's very annoying. I just like the pose and the model and engineering. Oh no, he's back.
It's Tai Sheng.
I was right.
You were right.
There you go.
You were right. The reason I bought her is because she gets NCO.
Really?
And
That's a surprise.
I thought if you put her in a heavy infantry pain train with a couple extra orders, isn't that cool?
NCO.
NCO? I don't think I've ever heard you mention this skill before, Claw.
I don't think he's ever used anything with NCO ever before, has he?
Yeah, that's why I bought her, because she comes with NCO, and Generally, I might have a couple of lieutenant's orders kicking around.
Just a couple.
Never. Never.
No.
I think
You've
this
done-
pack.
Oh, go on.
I think if you're starting using army or invincible army, this pack is a must buy because all three of those are really good units and profiles that you can use in your invincible army, if nothing else. Crit Cockram is a great unit because he's an engineer and all. He's a specialist character.
Is he?
That
If
can
only
throw.
we had those yesterday.
Yeah, Crit Cockram, he's useful. He can get around. He's got NCO as well. He can get around. He can do things. He's an engineer. He's a specialist. He's got the armor. He's got everything you need in a unit. He's a little bit expensive, but hey.
Using heavy infantry should be expensive.
The HMG, well, if you're having a link team, you're having an HMG, aren't you? So he's got to be included. And the character that goes with it for some extra orders and a tin bot. Because you're going to get hacked if you're heavy. So yeah, if you're starting an army, buy this pack.
I
Not
actually
good in a 100-point army, though, I suspect.
they would be your 100-point
More than
army.
100 there. There's more than 100 there.
I actually don't own any of those three models, so it's not a bad pickup for reinforcing you're using if you don't have them either. Okay, we now have a picture of the upcoming Diathos box with a new sculpt for Jaspier, a new sculpt for Thrasymedes, and a lovely objective in the HVT. And the HVT in that set is actually my favourite of the three models.
You often say that.
I know.
The Diaphos boxes you buy for the tokens.
I do. I can't disagree with you. I do. I just like the HVT sculpts they do. They're always really nice because they're always they're just a bit different. They shed a bit more light on the universe because they're often sort of civilians or some sort of civilian profession that you wouldn't otherwise see. I just think they're really nice sculpts. The Jaspier is definitely better than the old one though. The old one always looks like he's about to fall over to me.
I quite like Jaspier, but I'm a bit of a assassin player, aren't I? So quite like that. Is there something weird about Thrasymedes, whatever his name is? Or
In what
or
way?
is it just me? Have we seen any other angles of him?
I haven't seen any other angles.
I feel like it's a slightly. I kind of think from other angles he might be better, but I do quite like it. I've got Steel Phalanx left penciled in as my Tail of 4 Pandas for next year.
Oh, interesting.
Cool.
Possibly, maybe. Can we do an army of HVTs? Do you think?
Yeah, well, they've got a stat line. Why not?
Yeah, but how many points would there be? 1?
5, I think. Isn't it about 5 points
Wow.
based on the Tohar Diplomat? They were 5 points.
Oh, just loads and loads of crazy people who do nothing.
Who crit me every time I try and do anything towards them. It's ridiculous. And last up for December, we have the general release of Fiddler.
Sex toy maker.
Aristea's ex-toy maker.
No, they did it on purpose.
I'm sure they did. However, I'm going to read it correctly.
I like the sculpt on this much better than the previous release.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer this one to the Winners Box Pack 1. I just think it's nicer. The guns on wheels, they're the same.
They're
Okay,
identical.
yeah.
Which I'm going to be curious because they were in the winners box. They were thermocast or Ceocast, whichever one it was, not metal. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be in the blister pack.
I'm assuming they'll be the same.
I would assume they are as well, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the joint between the gun and the wheel, if it gives a bit bendy, I think is probably better because I can see those snapping off fairly quickly. If not,
But I do like the sculpt on this one. I do prefer it than the other. I will leave the painting quality to you, Ogre, to comment on. But yeah, I quite like the sculpt on this one, and I think I might actually pick this one up.
I've got the other one. I don't need two. So, but the painting, I don't think is too bad.
And the face?
The face, I'm going to ignore. But if my main moan is about the edge highlighting, it's not as bad. The face is a little bit.
But is that deliberate? So she changing her body, she keeps changing her face. Her face isn't necessarily human. So is it they've tried to create an effect that hasn't necessarily translated without some sort of description?
Oh, maybe.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
There were in previous months there were some dodgy faces, weren't there? That is the only thing that makes me think it might not be deliberate.
I'm just trying to balance out. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right, well done.
I actually prefer the winner sculpt. I think her on her little mono wheel is cooler than her carrying it alongside her. And as I already have that, I'm good. So they're all the releases. Yeah. Have we got any more comments? Looks like we've got a couple.
Okay,
not a lot.
Couple. No. We have got. I don't play hack or left, but I really like that HVT. So Dan is the same school of a HVT collector as you, Storm.
You need lots for all the missions.
You do, especially riot control, which we looked at playing the other day, and we're thinking actually there's not enough people on the board for a riot.
For 4 people, it's not a riot.
No, it's not. It's not a riot. So we'll have to figure that one out. You have not seen the right paint job for Raoul. The outfits. The outfit is this. He woke up, put on sweatpants, hoodie, grabbed a random gun and a jetpack, went to work.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened. He just got out, he got out of bed.
Hoodie, done. I painted out mine in Adidas colours, stripes and everything. It worked great. Mafia theme. I love it, Nicola. Absolutely.
That's brilliant.
Pictures. Definitely.
You know, if I ever get one, I'm copying him.
It sounds like a good plan.
Does Thakamides see a lot of play? Picked him up in the Diaphos. I picked him up in a prior Diaphos pack, but not put him in many games. Am I sleeping on a killer profile?
I don't think
I don't think I've ever played against somebody who used him. Honestly. So, no, he's not used.
We need somebody with the army open to have a look, don't we?
We
do, hang on.
I don't think he feels... Well, it depends... Where am I?
It depends
on whether you're playing Vanilla Olaf or Steel Phalanx. If you're playing Steel Phalanx, he's one of only 2 profiles who gets infiltration as an option.
Ooh.
And he's also a specialist. So he is an infiltrating specialist with -6 mimetism. So in Steel Phalanx, he has a purpose. If you're playing Vanilla Olaf, you've got lots of other things that are competing in that spot and around the same sort of points, maybe a little less. You've got Nagas who also have camouflage, so they go on as a marker. So it does depend on whether it's in the sectorial or in vanilla for me. But in the sectorial, I think he definitely has a role to play in some missions. Because having an infiltrating specialist, and because he doesn't have a camouflage, if you wanted to, you could put him into suppression fire in the middle of the board straight away in cover with -6 mimetism. He could be a pain to dig out because he's going to be putting a -12 before you consider range. So he certainly has a role to play.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so moving on.
So the studio update we had this week told us that we're getting Aristea as a video game.
I like that.
Coming to PC, I think was it also next gen, so PS5 and Xbox One? I didn't listen to that part because I don't own them. I have a PC.
Got bored of one.
I saw it's on Steam, so you can wishlist it on Steam and have a look at it.
I like the idea that they are widening the scope of Infinity to more people. A bit like being able to play Blood Bowl on computer and a couple of the bits and pieces. I think it's a great move for Corvus Belly, to kind of like get more people interested in, okay, where's this come from, as well as getting more people playing the best unknown game there is out there, the best unknown board game that there is that nobody plays, and we should play it more. It was fun, and I've forgotten how to play it because it was that long ago. But yeah, it's a great game, and I think it's going to make a great video game.
I think it'll work well as a video game. They've already sort of got the idea of different skins in there for different characters, so I can see them doing DLC, which in microtransactions, which is annoying, but that won't be Corvus. That'll be the video game company. But I think moving Aristeia and porting it across to a video game platform makes a lot of sense. It'll translate very well. I'm not sure how much I'll play it personally, because I like keeping my sort of role-playing, wargaming board games separate to the video games. I don't really play video games for the games I already have as board games or war games personally. I'm also not sure how much of a single playerness it'll have. And
yeah, I like the idea of it. I must admit, I think I'm intrigued, and I've never played the board game itself.
No,
no, never. Well, I'm kind of. I have a thing where I'm able to not buy everything if I think I'm not going to have time to play it, and I struggled for time really to play Infinity. Never mind play Aristeia and other bits and pieces as well. So
what you need is some friends with Aristeia, and when you come round, you can play Aristeia with them.
That would work.
Yeah.
I have some friends with Tag Raid as well, I believe. As I was shown yesterday.
Well, I do think if it works really well for Aristeia, then other things like Tag Raid, Defiance, all those sort of games could also go down that route.
Defiance would be good, wouldn't it?
Defiance, XCOM 2 style game, lots of yeah, could work really well. So yeah, I should be interested to see where it goes. What else have we had? We've had still running at the moment, I believe, is the Kickstarter game found for Acaron's Fall, the spaceship game.
I've not backed that.
Well, I have a different. I don't have the ability that Ogre has to not back things. I think I'm not going to get time to play, so I have backed that. It was sitting at about €220,000 when I last looked, so they've done pretty well. Still got a few days left if you're making up your mind.
For one game? Wow.
They've done quite well off that. I think it looks like they've done quite nicely. A lot of stretch goals, a lot of ships. I think there's about 20 ships.
I saw.
And you like the idea of the scale because you can paint them easily.
I'm hoping they should. I can paint them relatively quickly because I'm not going to have to worry too much about detail. And I like a space game. Yeah, I like a space game.
Yeah.
Space games are not me. I like 28 to 30mm things. I can't do space games. That's one of the reasons. I'm sure I've seen some books in the last couple of days of stretch goals full of infinity. Is it like infinite ships or something? It was called. Unless I've some completely.
There's a campaign mode that was a stretch goal that they got.
So
I don't recall
the book of all the infinity.
There's lore and narratives and scenarios and stuff and bits and pieces like that. I haven't seen an infinite ships mode, but I may have missed that.
Maybe that was somebody taking the mickey, and I didn't pay enough attention to realise it wasn't a real stretch goal. That could definitely have been a thing. But,
I think the only other big news we had was the update to the ITS pack, where they changed a few things. They did something that I thought was very good. They put in a list of missions that have recommendations for reinforcements, which basically any mission that doesn't involve controlling a zone or controlling an objective at the end of the game or at the end of a round is recommended for reinforcements. So it gives you a list of about 10, I think it was, that are recommended with reinforcements. Which
we thought they were going to do that originally anyway, because the reinforcements came early. We thought there'd be specific reinforcement missions, but there isn't. So them actually saying use these.
I think a lot of the people who play online have led that from what I've heard.
It does make a big difference though if you've got your reinforcements coming in second and you just have to control zones or stuff and you can just place models down with no risk. Then yeah, it does. It takes a lot of the fun out of the game at that point, doesn't it? There are other changes to the wordings of a few other bits and pieces. The biggest one that's impacted us certainly since the changes has been the change to O12 Prestige.
Yeah, we did that this weekend. It affected our games somewhat.
So you can no longer use O12 Prestige in a combat group if that combat group contains a model with tactical awareness.
Who's alive? And we went for the fact that if he dies, he's no longer in that combat group, so we can then get it. So if the guy with the tactical tactical awareness dies, he's no longer in that group. You can then use the O12 Prestige.
But if he's
that's how we
played it. But if he's unconscious, he's not
technically. He's unconscious. He's still in it.
He's technically still in the combat group.
But yeah, and to be honest, I get it. With you can have 2, 3, 4 tactical awareness in a group, and then you have another one on top. I get why they did it. But I've just seen Nicola's chat, so we'll chat about that in a second.
Well, that's all the items that I am aware of that we had to chat about. So, do we want to go to the comments quickly?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerome, the question says, I hope it hopefully will get more attention into the game of Corvus Belli in regards to Aristea, the video game.
Absolutely.
All right,
yeah. Can't be bad. Spec Ops Bud said, have they set a release date for Rem Racers? I've not seen one. Of you two?
I haven't, but I'm not following Rem Racers that closely. I already own a number of racing games.
Says the man who buys everything.
No. I said I didn't have your ability to resist. But I did manage with Rem Racers. I didn't particularly like the style of it. I already have 2 or 3 racing games, so I don't need another one.
I thought I saw it was at the end of this month, but I don't know for sure because again, I wasn't going to buy it either. But I thought it was soon.
Is it? It's not. So, it's not a Kickstarter, though, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's coming out as a box, isn't it? I think. I thought. I'm pretty sure I saw it up on the website, and I thought that was for this month. I'm not sure.
I'm going to ask Google quickly while you do the other questions.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. This is good. There's been quite a few blokes look up things on the internet tonight, which I think is really something we should encourage.
Keep going.
Well, the thing is, with Rem Racers, I don't like that chibi style. The art and all that kind of thing. I'm not a fan of that chibi big head thing. It puts me off. So for that reason, I'm out. Well, so I'm not be looking.
According to Board Game Geek, it still has a date of 2024, and I doubt it's the end of this month.
Oh right, okay.
So next year.
Well, there you go.
Then it's been coming for a long time. In fact, Dan Fox says for Rem Racer, Warsenal says it's February 29th.
Oh, right, okay.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. See, if we don't know, the guys in the comments do. This is why I like this live thing. So Dan answered him, which is nice. Thank you, Dan. We'll get you on the show. Nicholas says, why? Why would tactical awareness be punished? It's already balanced. We've been playing paying IA for years, and there are always no complaints. Sorry, I'm passionate about this one.
Hang on. What do you mean there's been no complaints about Invincible Army and having lots of tactical awareness? I'm sure I have complained frequently about this. But that's usually because I'm on the receiving end.
Well, yeah, it's because he's got tactical awareness. He's got tactical awareness. So you can easily get 2 tactical awareness in a heavy Zhu Yong fire team. Simples. And then yet another one on top. And then you include her and have some more free lieutenant's orders. They're unstoppable.
I think that's it. It's another free order on top of another free order on top of another free order, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I get that. If you've only got the thing is, it can catch you out. Where we are now, it can catch you out. You can bring a something with a tactical awareness order who's out on his own. He's a specialist. He's that kind of thing, and then you find that you can't actually use it. The extra 012 prestige order. So I get that. You're going to think you're going to be punished, so you're not going to take that unit anymore. Or are you going to take? Because it's for free. Are you going to take that unit and just ignore the OT to 012 prestige?
Probably.
Yeah, because
and then when they die, then you can use it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's something to do with reinforcements. Again, so if you bring a tag in reinforcements, it gets tactical awareness, and then
That's
your
a
012.
stupid
And then you were using 012 prestige. Maybe you're getting more orders out of a reinforcement group than they were anticipating. I wonder if that played into it. I have no strong feelings on this one way or the other because I generally don't take a huge amount of tactical awareness.
You just take all the bubbles.
I just take 15 orders. Yeah, it just makes life a lot easier.
Exactly.
I don't have a problem with it as a change. It makes a lot of sense in some ways. I think it's to stop people abusing it. I'm assuming that that's the main reason they did it.
Is the Avatar, are their orders? I mean, they've got tactical awareness, and they bring 2 orders as well.
Yeah.
And then if they had that as well.
So yeah, an Avatar could basically get 5 orders without affecting anything else in the group.
Yeah. So I would be upset at that. So I would like to use a command token to remove its ability to use any of its orders. That would be quite nice.
Well, he has replied, yes, you can make a core team with 10 orders, but when was the last time you saw IA win a big tournament or place high? My meta is very good at counting my AI Invincible Army. The thing is, if you continuously use the same army, the Invincible Army, all the time, your opponents start to learn bring hackers, and that's the thing about a meta. Your particular meta do learn each other, and if you continuously do the same one, they're going to learn how to counter it, and that's going to be the same for any army, I think. Eventually you'll learn how to kill an Avatar.
Eventually.
Or a cutter.
Or a cutter. I'm not sure. I found another way of dealing with that though, didn't I? So I just wish I'd come up with that before. But
Invincible Army for the win.
No, not at all. I think almost is it Invincible Army combined with the Avatar. I think it's to protect against.
There's probably a few
minority
that can
things,
abuse it, and that's probably why they've done it. Avatar being one. I think I saw, our friend Rushforth has mentioned the Unknown Ranger because he also gets tactical awareness, and he's a bit enough of a pain as it is. So I think it's to stop a few key units from abusing it.
It's always one, isn't it? There's always one.
There's always one who spoils it for everybody.
Right. A couple more comments. The question says, did you guys get a demo in Warcrow, and what were your thoughts? I've seen a bit of Warcrow, and I'm not impressed so far. I don't like dice with symbols for my usual games. I'm coming to the terms with symbols.
You've gone very echoey, Claw, for some reason.
I'm completely fine where I am. Well, I'll let somebody else talk then.
It's his cave.
Yeah. No, it's exactly the same cave as I was before. I'm still echoing.
You are. It's very weird.
All right. I think
it
it's
may
fine
only
in my
be for
ears,
me, but okay. If everyone's fine for everybody else, I can cope. So, Ogre, have you had a chance to do anything with Warcrow? Are you interested in doing anything with Warcrow?
Oh, some of the models are nice, I must admit. I quite like I'm kind of model led, even, and dread. And the models are nice. Like I think, like Claw says, because it's funny dice. It's my old brain. I don't know if it could cope with it. But funnily enough, it's the Aristea dice, isn't it?
It's not.
So if we can figure it out for Aristea.
It's not the Aristea dice.
Oh, is it not? I thought it was the
so.
Aristea dice.
Not from the
Alright,
pictures I saw,
right.
but I could. But it's also, as opposed to just being tape measures, they've gone for specific measuring sticks for various things as well, haven't they? I'm not quite sure what was wrong with tape measures and dice with numbers on.
No,
It
I'm
could be because I'm old, but I don't get why we had to move away from tape measures and dice with numbers on.
A lot of games have got fancy dice and measuring sticks and all that kind of stuff.
The two Star Wars games, haven't they? Legion and Shatterpoint have both gone that way.
They have.
Oh, it's the kids. It's the kids today. The kids today. They don't know they were born. I had to use a tape measure. I'm going to count to more than 5.
None of the models have particularly grabbed me either. So
right, okay.
I've looked at it. I'm sort of aware of some of what's going on with it vaguely, but it hasn't grabbed me. My biggest concern is will it distract from Infinity? Is
what, for yourself or for the company?
For the company? Are they big enough to take on another game system and build it up without it affecting the game that I do enjoy? The game I know I enjoy, the game I play a lot of. That's my main concern at the moment. I mean, I hope it's successful, and I hope it does Corvus Belli great, and I hope it leads them to more money and more success, but it hasn't grabbed me. So selfishly, my concern is its impact on Infinity.
Okay. Richard Rushforth, nice for you to have your comment. In regards to the tactical awareness thing, probably a balancing thing. Avatar and Unknown Ranger, get tactical awareness. Sorry,
what's wrong with the Unknown Ranger?
He's hard to kill. That's why. What's wrong with him?
I'd be more worried about giving it to a bear.
Nunkimut says, time for new games. I've often moved onto the next game system because I was craving novelty. Infinity is so big and varied that I have it has snagged me for the long haul. I love the depth. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and the thing is that they do bring in new things for Infinity players that have been playing it a long time, like reinforcements. Okay, it's not been a success, but they've tried and they keep on doing it.
It's not a success yet.
Yeah, I'm sure with some tweaks, because they've not kind of written it down in a big book and printed it and having to stand by it, because the rules are free and the apps are free, they can change things and things like that. But yeah, they're changing it. Also, resilience operations.
Brilliant.
That is a totally different way of playing it. You played it for the first time for the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, excellent. It was excellent.
It's a different way of playing it.
Other than 3 points, it would have been even more excellent. But it was really, really good, and it was like, it did take me, because it was the first time I played, it took me a turn to kind of work out what the heck I was supposed to be doing, I must admit. But once I'd kind of got an idea of what was going on, it was good. It is. I do like. It's completely different. It's a completely different way of playing, isn't it?
Yeah. If you haven't played a resilience operations game yet, I strongly recommend you try it as soon as you have the chance, because it is a brilliant way to play Infinity. It's familiar enough that you'll come from ITS and you understand everything you're supposed to be doing, but it's different enough that the game feels completely fresh, because your objectives are different, or potentially different to your opponents. They may be completely unrelated to each other, or they may be diametrically opposed to each other. One of you might have to try and survive, the other one may have to try and kill as much of you as possible, which just makes for a really interesting game.
Exactly.
And the more you play it, the more you're going to be trying to second guess what your opponent's doing based on what they are doing with their orders. And I think it's great. I don't know how much tournament life it's going to have, because it's not necessarily going to be as easy to balance players depending on the cards that come out. But as a game mode,
you need 1 million tokens and 14 billion HVTs and all the bits and pieces.
But for a friendly game, I think it is a fantastic game mode. I cannot recommend people try it enough.
I think the stuff on the table, although as we were putting it out, felt like a lot. It also felt like it created an environment, an infinity environment, where there were beacons everywhere, there were people, places, there were consoles dotted around, and it was kind of felt like, yeah, I'm in the infinity world here. This is like...
It was a living, breathing environment on the table.
Yeah, totally. I really like that.
Okay. The question answers to Nunky Butts as well. Nunky Butts, it's also fun that there is not one way to play a faction. There are some better ways to play certain factions, but it doesn't need to be the way. There's no real meta as such. There's no, you've got to play this faction like this or this faction like that. It's however you want to play. It's great. You're right, question. I think it is. Steve Cooper, in regards to Warcrow, it's also got a funny measurement system. You're an old man too, mate.
Long live the tape measure.
When I were a lad, you had to work out what he wanted.
Can you just not measure how long the measuring tool is and then just do that?
Nicholas says Warcrow played a demo at the Interplanetario and was pleasantly surprised. Rules seem smooth. Feels a bit more like a board game. Now a bad thing. Models were boring to me. Too basic for a fantasy system.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
Will not buy into it until some more creative minis come out.
Okay. That is interesting.
Is it going to be coming out as a board game first, as a dungeon crawler first, isn't it? Isn't that the first release, and then the war game based off that's coming further down the line?
Yeah.
That's right.
And Jerry Dewitt, welcome aboard. That's another new name. So no painting today, Ogre. Missed seeing the paint shake just off screen. Yeah.
You saw the model I painted, didn't you? And I think you were like...
I'm still not sure you painted that in the hour-long stream, and if you did, then that's unsporting. Well, you can paint that that quickly.
I did. I don't know, I might do it again then if somebody's interested. I just thought it would be quite an interesting thing to see if I could do it while we do talk. I think that was... So yeah, I'll do another one next time. I'll find something.
Nicola from Serbia, welcome to the Fast Panda membership. You're a star. Thank you, buddy. And Jerry Dewitt says, but wanted to say thanks for all the live chats and all the vids. Helps getting through my huge pile of opportunity. Well done. I said it right. Truly, all the best. Thanks. You're welcome.
You are more than welcome.
Yeah. Paint along with me next time.
Okay. As far as memberships goes, we appreciate them all. We want it's more for the community rather than the money thing. The money we are going to be putting back into giving back to you guys, the members. So it's not for the money; it's for the community. So if you've got your YouTube linked to your Discord, go to Discord and you'll see the little join, and then you can join our Discord group and start chatting with us.
You can abuse us all the time.
Sorry?
They can abuse us anytime they like then. They'd have to wait for a live.
Yeah, and you can actually hear me swear and curse and all that kind of thing as well.
Nice. There's been some good stuff actually. I've seen, certainly, some people have been putting on some nice things there. That kind of inspire us as well.
The thing is, it's like this. I posted this the other day on it, and I asked what colour bases I should do it, and I got lots of answers. And yeah, cool. Kind of worked out one minute.
Cool.
Care to share?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Right.
You can also see, Storm, you've got your scenery with the strange pink plastic bag bases. Which I'm quite interested to see.
That's part of my organisation. I explained this.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought that was what the bases were.
No. So it's so that I don't lose the bits of MDF that belong to the building and then have to try and find them in a giant pile of MDF bits that all look the same.
I see. I thought... Because when you kept saying
it's
about
for
the
my
bases,
OCD.
I thought, that's the weirdest bases I've ever seen. Right, okay. We should have jiggled them around a bit when we were there the other day. We should have swapped the bags around.
Do not do that. I have friends I play board games with who deliberately, this is going off topic wildly, all of my board games are incredibly organised. I have everything in little bags or in storage containers so I know which bits go where, because it makes it much easier to set everything up quickly when you get the board game out. I have some friends I board game with who deliberately go into games, and not necessarily even games we've been playing that evening, and rearrange all the bags or mix them all up just to wind me up, and it infuriates me no end.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Make a note of that, Paul.
Rant over.
But yeah, seriously, if you become a member, drop into our Discord. It's the community that we want, isn't it, guys? Of people to chat about Infinity, ideas, painting, all that kind of stuff, and get that community feel going.
Yeah.
Where the thing is, the more people are in there, when you're playing a game and you come across a rule, you can go beep, 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 and instantly you'll get somebody answering you. How do I play this? What do I do? What's the rule for this? Does Ada get booty? Yes, she does. Yeah. I always forget.
Rather than me and you looking at Storm going, what does it say in the rule book? Like we do.
Well, that would be Storm answering anyway. So hey ho.
Yeah. Well,
hey, it's fine. You're allowed to know the rules.
You're rules monkey. Steve says he's currently painting now. Can't match Ogre's prodigious speed though. The thing is, it looks good too close up. That's the thing. Hoppy, welcome to Fash Panda membership. Thank you, Hoppy. Absolute legend. All of you are that support the channel. We look at the numbers on the channel and we just kind of like go, pwah. It really is just three guys turning up, playing a game, videoing it, stick it on the YouTubes, and people watch it. It's amazing. It's great.
It is astounding to me. I never thought we'd get above sort of 10 people watching us, so anything above that is amazing to me.
Yeah, we've got a few people, and it's really, really appreciated. And for me, it's all about the community, and the people, and talking about. And at work, they had a Horus Heresy event tournament, and they had people kind of like cheating and whinging and all that kind of thing. But Infinity, you just don't get that.
Well, you got a bit of whinging from us. But
maybe afterwards, but hey.
I think we're. I think it's good. I like the community. It's good. It is a good. I was going to say about the thing with if for some reason you click the link on YouTube and it doesn't link you to Discord, let us know and we'll sort that out. Because we can do well, I can't do anything, but you guys seem to know what you're doing with it. So. Yeah, we'll get Claw to do it, and then we can have another afternoon of him basically sending us lots of swear words for 3 hours.
No, well, I've guided a few people through it, so if you do have any issues, just give us a shout. But yeah, it's great. Nukimut says membership is a nice way to say thank you for all the vids that you guys made, and we're all instrumental in helping me learn how to play the game badly. Yeah, that's. Not your fault. I think it is, mate. I think it's me.
If you're learning off us, you're going to learn how to play badly. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Right
then. Learning off us, yeah. Just remember, Ada gets booty.
And Sixth Sense. Don't forget Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Don't forget Sixth Sense. Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, we have talked about all the news items we had to talk about.
And had a bit of a ramble.
We had a bit of a ramble. We've answered a few of the viewers' questions. As I think we are pretty much done for the evening, unless there's anything either of you guys want to bring up or any final questions we need to answer.
I think we're good.
For now, I think that's it. I'm slightly calming down now about the paint jobs that we talked about for the first.
Okay, well we won't show them again then.
So you're okay with the gun highlights?
No.
Okay. Before they all descend
but I can avoid the picture.
We descend into another rant. Thank you guys very much for joining us for the evening. Have a cracking weekend, whatever you're up to. And take care. We will catch you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye-bye.